Hello student, welcome to digital classes. This video is for class 9. The subject is science. Today I am going to start a new chapter, that is 3. It is a chemistry portion, atom and molecule. In the first two chapters we have studied what we mean by matter and how the matter is classified into three states, that is solid, liquid and gases, called physical classification, or into elements, compound and mixture, that is chemical classification. In this video I am going to tell you about the introduction of atom and molecule through the ancient thought, law of chemical composition, law of a definite proportion or law of constant composition, Dalton's atomic theory. In Dalton atomic theory, I tell you the postulate of Dalton's atomic theory, explanation of chemical composition by the Dalton theory, limitation and drawback of the Dalton's atomic theory. In this chapter, we cover these topics: introduction, law of chemical combination, law of conservation of mass, law of constant proportion, Dalton's atomic theory, atom, modern day symbol of elements, atomic mass, atomic existence, molecule, atomicity, chemical formula, characteristic of chemical formula, or rules for writing chemical formula, molecular mass, formula, unit mass, ions, mole concept. In mole concept, molar mass and important formulas. In first term, we have to complete till ions, and mole concept is basically in the second term. So till ion is come in your half yearly exam. Now let us start atoms and molecule. First introduction. Around 500 BC, Indian philosopher Maharishi Kant postulated the theory: if we go on dividing matter, padarth, we will obtain smallest particle beyond which further division cannot be possible, which is known as Parmanu. Almost during the same period, ancient Greek philosopher Democritus and Louis Crippus also put forward the same idea. However, they called the smallest invisible particle as atom. In Greek means uncuttable. During the same era, it was also suggested by Indian philosopher Pakudha Katyayama that in some cases the atom may not exist in the free state but may exist in the combined state in the form of species called molecules or compounds. Thus, we may conclude that matter is made up of small particles which may be atom or molecules, as different kind of matter contain different type of atoms or molecules which have different properties. Therefore, different kind of matter have different properties. Ancient Greek philosopher Democritus and Louis Kippus called these particles atom. Antonio L. Lavoisier laid the foundation of chemical sciences by establishing two important laws of chemical combination. Whenever reactants react together to form the product or the element combine together to form a compound, they do so according to the certain law. These laws are called law of chemical combination. By measuring accurately the mass of the substance involved, the following two law of chemical combinations we put forward: law of conservation of mass, law of constant proportion. The law established after experiment by Lavoisier and Joseph L. Prost. The chemical reaction between two or more elements give rise to product which is governed by certain law called law of chemical combination. There is basically 5 laws, but we have to study only 2 in class 9: the law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportion. Law of conservation of mass. During a chemical reaction, the total mass of the reactant will be equal to the total mass of the product. Mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. For example, reactant A plus reactant B gives AB, the product. Mass of A plus mass of B is equal to mass of AB. In law of conservation of mass, mass can neither be created nor destroyed during a chemical reaction. In other words, in any chemical reaction, the total mass of the reactant is equal to the total mass of the product. Law of constant proportion. In a chemical reaction, compounds always contain the same element present in definite proportion by mass, irrespectively of their sources. It was given by Lavoisier. A chemical compound is always made up of the same element combined together in the same fixed proportion by mass. For example, water obtained from any source like river, rain or tap, etc. from any country is always made up of the same element, that is hydrogen and oxygen combined together in the fixed proportion, that is 1:8 by mass. This can be checked by taking 9 gram of water from any source and then decomposing it by passing electricity and collecting the gas formed. We always get 1 gram of hydrogen and 8 gram of oxygen. Now I am taking some more examples. Like 18 gram of water is equal to 2 gram of hydrogen plus 16 gram of oxygen. That is the mass of hydrogen, and mass of oxygen is equal to 2 upon 60, that is 1 upon 8. The ratio is again 1:8. Now the example number 2. 36 gram of water, when we break by passing electricity through water, 4 gram of hydrogen plus 32 gram of oxygen is formed. Mass of hydrogen and mass of oxygen is again 1:8. Now let us understand by one solved example based on law of conservation of mass. When 42 gram of sodium hydrogen carbonate is added to a solution of hydrochloric acid weighing 10 gram, it is observed that 2.2 gram of carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. The residue left behind is formed to weight 12 gram. Show these observations are in agreement with the law of conservation of mass. Now the solution. The reaction is sodium hydrogen carbonate plus hydrochloric acid gives sodium chloride water plus carbon dioxide. Mass of the reactant, mass of NaHCO3 plus mass of HCl, means mass of NaHCO3 is 4.2 gram and mass of HCl is 10 gram. The mass of reactant is equal to 14.2 gram. Mass of the product, mass of carbon dioxide plus mass of residue NaCl plus H2O. This is mass of carbon dioxide is 2.2 gram plus the residue is 12.0 gram. The mass of product is equal to 14.2 gram. As the mass of product is equal to the mass of reactant, there is no loss or gain of the mass during reaction. Hence the given observation prove the law of conservation of mass. Next example is based on law of constant proportion. Question is, calculate the mass of carbon present in 2 gram of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide CO2 contains C carbon and oxygen in a fixed proportion by mass, which is 12:32, that is 3:8. This means that 3 gram of carbon combines with 8 gram of oxygen to form 11 gram of carbon dioxide. In other words, 11 gram of carbon dioxide contain carbon is equal to 3 gram, and 2 gram of carbon dioxide will contain 3 upon 11 multiplied by 2 gram, which is equal to 0.545 gram. So it is proved the law of constant proportion. Now, Dalton's atomic theory. After the above two law of chemical combination put forward, the next task before the scientist was to give a suitable explanation of these laws. This led John Dalton, who started his career as a school teacher in England and rose to be a great scientist, to put forward a theory in 1808 about the nature of matter. The theory is based on the concept of divisibility of matter, which was put forward by the ancient philosopher. The theory is based on certain postulated called postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. According to Dalton's atomic theory, all matter, whether an element or a compound or a mixture, is composed of small particle called atom. There is 6 postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. First, all matters of very tiny particles called atom. Second, atoms are invisible particles which cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical reaction. Atoms of a given elements are identical in masses and chemical properties. Law of conservation of mass. Fourth, atoms of different elements have different masses and chemical properties. Fifth, atoms combine in the ratio of small whole number to form compound. Law of constant proportion. At the last, sixth, the relative number and the kind of atom are constant in a given compound. Now first the explanation of law of chemical composition by Dalton's atomic theory, then we discuss the limitation and drawbacks of Dalton's atomic theory. Now first, explanation of law of chemical combination by Dalton's atomic theory. First, explanation of law of conservation of mass. According to Dalton's atomic theory, matter is made up of atom. Further, atom can neither be created nor destroyed. Hence, matter can be neither be created nor destroyed. Alternatively, atom is smallest particle that take part in a chemical reaction. Thus, a chemical reaction involves only rearrangement of atoms, that is, total number and kind of atoms remain the same, as atom can neither be created nor destroyed and the atom have definite masses. Therefore, the total mass remain unchanged during a chemical reaction. Now, explanation of law of constant proportion. According to one of the postulate of Dalton's atomic theory, the number and kind of the atom in a compound is fixed. As the kind of atom is fixed, this implies that a compound is always made up of same element. Further, as the number of the atom of different elements in the compound is fixed, this means that the ratio of the atom in the compound is fixed. As atoms have fixed masses, this masses that in the compound, the elements are combined in a fixed ratio by mass. Combining both the result, we get the law of constant proportion. Now, limitations, drawbacks of Dalton's atomic theory, postulate of modified Dalton's atomic theory. Dalton's atomic theory was not only able to explain the law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportion, but it also predicted another law called law of multiple proportions, which you will study in the higher classes. However, with the advancement in scientific studies, it suffers from the following drawbacks. Atom is no longer considered as the smallest invisible particle. This is because recent studies have shown that the atom is made up of still smaller particles called electron, proton and neutron. These are the subatomic particles which exist inside the atom. So, atom is no longer considered as the smallest individual particles. Second, atom of smaller element may have different masses. For example, there are two types of atom of chlorine with mass 35 and 37 on the atomic scale called mass number, discussed later after this video. Such atoms of same element with different mass number are called isotopes. Now the third, atom of different elements may have same masses. For example, atom of potassium and calcium are known with the same mass number, that is 40. Such atom of different element with same mass number are called isobars. We will discuss later isotopes and isobar in this chapter. Now fourth, substance made up of same kind of atom may have different properties. For example, charcoal, graphite and diamond are all made up of carbon atoms but have different physical properties. Now the fifth drawback, the ratio in which the different atoms combine to form compound may be fixed and integral but may not be simple. For example, sugar molecule C12, H22 and O11 contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio of 12:22:11, which is integral and fixed but not simple. The modification as given above are called the postulate of modern atomic theory. Now, atom. We have learnt above that according to Dalton's atomic theory, all matter, whether an element, a compound or a mixture, is made up of the smallest invisible particle called atom. In other words, atoms are considered as building block of all matter, just as brick are the building block of a wall. However, in a number of cases, it is found that the smallest particle present in the matter are molecule and not atom. Hence, it is important to understand the difference between atom and a molecule. We will therefore now discuss each of these one by one. Now first start atom. An atom is defined as the smallest particle of an element which may or may not be capable of free existence. However, it is the smallest particle that take place or take part in a chemical reaction. Atoms are basically the building block of matter. According to the modern atomic theory, an atom is the smallest particle of an element which take part in chemical reaction. Atoms are very small and which cannot be seen even through very powerful microscope. For example, atom of noble gases helium, neon, argon, krypton and xenon are unreactive and hence exist in the free state. However, atom of hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen etc. are highly reactive and do not exist in free state. Their existence in the combined state with atoms of same element or atoms of other element. For example, they exist as dihydrogen H2, dioxygen O2, dinitrogen N2, etc. or combined with other elements. They may exist as carbon chloride HCl, water H2O, ammonia NH3, etc. The second part of the definition implies that whole number of atom and not the fractions of the atom take place in a chemical reaction. I think whatever I discussed or taught in this video you may understand by watching it. If there is a problem you can ask within a class.